It is October 6, 2019, and welcome to another Brooklyn Baritone podcast. Carnal, primo, brother, uso. These are definitely terms of endearment, and people who speak their native tongues from which those terms come from, they understand the magnitude behind that. They usually just don't toss those terms around to anybody. If you know what those terms mean, then you know what it is. It's pretty much brother, cousin, have a close relationship. We got a bond going on. You know, there's some weight behind that word. People do use it a lot, but there's some meaning and weight behind it. And that's usually what's driving people, is the connection. They do it for their people, whether it's blood relative or people just by association. They've been through some things with each other. They connect on a certain level. They have a certain level of respect, and people have actually gone out their way to actually help each other. So these things that we do every day, not just for ourselves, but for other people who we know, who we encounter, they make bonds. The greater the deed, the more genuine the deed, the more genuine you are as a person, the more real you are. People have that in esteem, and that'll go a long way. One thing I always like to say is your character is the vehicle that will carry you through life. But what I'm talking about today on this podcast is basically playing the game. I'm not looking to go too long with this one, but just one of the many things I'm always talking about, thinking about, just talking about this with the family the other day, and I'm pretty sure that any other given day, I talk about these things, this specific thing with anybody that I know. When I say playing the game, we basically know people who've had some experiences in life, dealing with usually anything with career-wise, or anything dealing with kind of stature or gaining any kind of capital or whatever. You have to play the game, unfortunately. And what it is like the socioeconomic structure that we're in. We have to move a certain way, and we have to act a certain way. So we're going to have to increase our earning potential, status. That's basically what it is playing the game. You have to put on a facade, in a sense. The thing is, with these people who are close to us, which the terms I just mentioned, blood relatives and people who are close to you, who we consider like family or close enough to be, we do it, and they people around us will understand why we have to go on the grind every day. People will understand that, you're gonna have to do some things and possibly be around some things that may be undesirable, that you just got to deal with it until things get better. It's just what it is. This is the nature of this beast that we're dealing with, to get money, to get paid, or to get better status, so we can have a little bit more control over a bit of our own destiny and a little bit more control of our earning potential. It's increasing your value, but based on this monetary based system that we're all basically kind of beholden to, unless we find a way out to do our own independent thing somewhere. Got our own plot of land somewhere. People can't really bother us too much, self-sufficient, all that stuff. But I go into statistics usually. This statistics that I had was actually from Newsweek. This survey was from 2017. It states that 69% of Americans say that family gives them a sense of meaning. That's a good amount, because most people, they say what they do is for their family. And like I said before, it's definitely blood relatives. If you're our parents, you're definitely going to go most of the time, go out for your child in any way that you possibly can, for your spouse, for your siblings, so you have a good relationship for your parents, cousins, aunts, uncles, nephews, nieces, and everybody else in between, whether by marriage or even just adoption, or just the fact that we roll with each other, we hang with each other, we resonate with each other. Again, this is my brother, this is my sister. May not be blood related directly, but we do things for who we consider and identify as family. Because I have people who are family. They're not really blood related to me, but they're family. You understand what I'm saying? And we do things to help ourselves so we can hopefully help them as well. So one of the things that give people a sense of meaning, the main thing, at least in America, is family. There's a bunch of other areas as well, but I'm only going to go through a few of them. Money comes in at 23%. To me, that's kind of surprising with that. Friends comes in after money at 19%. That's a little bit interesting. And health comes in at 16%. So these are the things that fall behind family that gives them a sense of meaning of why they go out and do what they do, why they go out into this jungle and come back and, try to build up on what they have in a sense. So what I mean by about playing the game is that this is the driving force, the factors here of why people go out and do what they got to do. Now, you're going to come across people all the time that will be abrasive, that are very helpful, people that'll drag you down, people that'll backstab you, people that will help lift you up. It's going to be a big smorgasbord of what you go through in life. And all the negatives may not even have anything to do with you. It's with that person or persons or entity that you're dealing with. And it could also be that, you may need to step up too, which will cause negative experiences. Say like in the career field, trying to get money, trying to build your status up, trying to build up your earning potential and your status, as I'm saying before. The thing is, a lot of people get lost in the sauce. There's two ways they get lost. It's either they just keep playing the game, and by doing that, I understand it comes to a point where it's survival, where you just have to put on that face all the time and you have to say what certain people want to hear so you could secure yourself. You're going to have to tap dance. I call it tap dance. It is what it is. You put on a show, tap dancing for people so you can look like you know what you're doing, or at least look somewhat credible, if anything, And even if it means that you're going to have to do things that you usually won't do. And that's one of the things, that's a personal thing that I really don't like, but I do understand. I'm not going to say I'm intolerant of it. I'm not going to say that I just totally just despise it, even though I do not like how people have to be forced to play a game, unfortunately, because, they're part of a entity, organization, or even a person that has what they want, what they need or require to survive. I have to get a home. I need to get a home, but I'm going to have to deal with this industry, with this person or persons or culture in order to acquire that right now. That's the best way I know in the shortest time possible to achieve my goals. These are some of the obstacles that we have to go through, but you have to remember you can't lose yourself. Because in order to make an omelet, and that's your goal, that's everyone's goal, we have an omelet in mind. Doesn't matter what type, green peppers, onions, some people want bacon in it, some people want mushrooms in it, whatever it is, your omelet that you want. You're going to have to break some eggs to make that omelet. That means you're going to have to go through some sacrifices, you're going to have to go through some things to get to that omelet. What you have to keep in mind is that once you get that omelet made, is it going to be worth it? There's many people who've broken a lot of eggs, shook a lot of things up. And when they got their omelet, they didn't even have the appetite for it anymore because of what they had to subject themselves to or what they allowed themselves to go through or even do for that omelet. Some people get the omelet, doesn't even taste the way that they thought it would have tasted. You have to be real to yourself because you have to remember money is not everything, but we placed so much value in money. It's good that family became first, at least on this survey. But money, 23%, came in ahead of friends. Now, again, those terms I said with family, people consider people close to them. It's family. Friends could be associates or whatever. I understand because some people you don't know where their mindset is. You have no idea what their intentions are. So some people, you're cool with them, but they're just not, they haven't crossed over to the, family or, hey, I know when I see this person in the street, we could rock with each other. Or if they ask me to do something, I'm going to look out for them. Okay. So it's a different scope of, like, I guess, friendship that we have going on. Because we may have some family members, blood relatives that would be in the frenemy zone. It's just like that. It's just, people's negative sides, and just we have some people who just clash. No one's necessarily bad or negative. It's just that, some people are oil and water. But we have to remember, is that omelet going to be worth it when we break some of these eggs? Sometimes we're going to have to be a hard ass, and deal with certain things because some people may actually be in the way of our goals. But we also have to remember too, people are people. Yes, money is a means to improve your life, but it's not life. When you have that omelet, you want to enjoy it. When you have that omelet made and finished, you want to be able to say, look to my family. Look at this omelet. It's been a long time. Had a lot of scrambling, a lot of breaking, but it's worth it. Share it with me. And if anything, some people that you have gone through the pits through the ditches with to get this omelet, you could share it with them too. Took a long time. Took a whole lot of in just to get up that hill. But you're there. You have to make sure it's worth it. And money can come, money can go. You can become a billionaire. But what kind of a billionaire would you be? Yeah, you could buy stuff, but there's so much people who have money. They have mansions. They have jets. They have the means to go and buy a company should they decide to get up and go buy a company. They got the new BMW X8. People just get up and just go to the dealership. Let me get the black one. Yeah, I get that one. Sure. Why not? Those are some problems that some people have. And most of the world can't even begin to even fix their lips to say, let me go buy a new whatever. They ain't got the money for it. But are you going to have character? Is it worth everything you built? Are you going to be a miserable person when you have what you want? Which, if you're seeking money and status, what are you going to do once you have that? What kind of a person are you going to be once you acquire these things? As opposed to looking to build and acquire money, you need to acquire character, acquire a squad that's going to have your back, because there's nothing more important, well, other than life and time. But within those two things, in the subcategory, you need a squad with you. There's nothing more important than having loyalty, loyal people with you. It could just be one person. Sometimes you may just need that one person. You look at the Avengers, that's a squad. They squabble, but I'm not going to lie. I won't mind having one of them people to have my back. I won't mind having a dude like Captain America. This dude will go all out for you. Or even having a squad to hold you down, and you do vice versa, because it gives you pride, sense of belonging. Yes, but because it's our innate desire to do for other people, to want to belong, but to also build other people too, and feel good when everyone's moving forward. Yeah, we all got to do our own things. Yes, we can't be a detriment to other people around us, but when we need help, we have to know that so-and-so has my back. Maybe prideful. You may not want to borrow money from people. You may not want to ask for a favor, but you know what? You're going to need it sometimes, because we can't do everything by ourselves. Yeah, money can get you all that stuff, but if you're empty inside, you're not going to sleep good. No matter how good of a sleep number bed you buy, you're not going to get good sleep. Money can't buy you good sleep. You have something internal going on, can't nothing help you or fix that whatsoever. It's just like if you eat something really hot, you burn up your mouth and a piece of skin's hanging off from the top of your mouth, or even goes down. Nobody can do anything for you. That's internal. You're going to have to deal with that yourself. So it doesn't matter how much money you got, how buff you are, how much people, bodyguards you have around you. You got something going on inside of you. You're going to have to deal with that yourself. There's so many people who has money, they're miserable. They have property, they have equity, miserable, disgusting people, empty people. I would feel better dealing with people who are not on top and have a magnitude of character that gives me good feelings when I see them. When I see them, give them a pound, shake their hand, bring it in, and it feels genuine. I love that. You can't buy that. And there's people who wish they had that. You have to be true to yourself. And you have to be true to people around you to know that, yes, even if they don't even know you, be an asset. Don't be a liability. Be full of life. Don't be empty and void. Where even if you get the most money, you get the most stature in life, or you get all types of awards, it's going into a black hole. You get all these things and you're still empty. Build yourself. Build yourself for your usos, for your carnals, for your primos, for your brothers, for your family, for your blood, for everybody, even people who you don't know. Be something for them. You make that money. Don't make that money make you. Anyways, that's it. I'm out. That was kind of quick, a 1-2-1-2. Make sure you go to my YouTube channel and subscribe to Brooklyn Baritone. I can also be found on my website, www.brooklynbaritone.com. I'm also on Google Play and the iTunes Store. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram. Talk to you people later. You will see me next week. I love you all. Stay blessed.